Hi everyone, and welcome to English4U. I'm Pat.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma.
So we're going to bring you our monthly fun fact article today, and as always, I like to start these off with a little bonus fun fact.
Okay, what's the fun fact for today?
How do you tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
The names? I have no idea.
Okay, well, there are a few differences, but mainly a crocodile has a V-shaped nose, while an alligator's nose is shaped like the letter U.
And do you know any more?
Sure. What's the difference between a tuna and a piano and some glue?
They are not the same species. Well, this one is tricky.
Well, okay. You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna.
That's just a bad joke, but I like it. And what about the glue?
I knew you'd get stuck on that.
Okay, I think I've had enough of that for now. Let's read through our first fun fact.
Reading.
Fun facts. You're surfing the net and see an interesting link. However, when you click on it, you are asked to prove you're not a robot. You're shown an unfamiliar word that has a line through it and is written in slanted letters. Most people who regularly use computers have experienced this. Where are the words that are used for this kind of security taken from, though? A. Advertisements. B. Books. C. Newspapers. Give yourself a pat on the back if you said B. Internet security tests are given by reCAPTCHA, a system that protects websites from spam. Such tests are easy for humans to solve, but too hard for bots to pass. That's because reCAPTCHA uses words from old books that are not clear enough to be read by computer programs. What's more, the system is used to help preserve books online. The tests are used to confirm printed text that only humans can make out. The millions of human responses to these security tests help make sure books are accurately digitized, word by word.
The article begins by saying, you're surfing the net and see an interesting link. So this phrase, surfing the net, just means going from website to website, clicking on links, which are those, that take you to another website. That's kind of the special kind of text on the internet. So you click on them to read or look at various things. I mean, maybe you are looking for something, but maybe you're just passing the time watching videos and reading interesting articles.
Right, I do that a lot.
Yeah, I do that. Not at work, honest.
Of course, yeah. Okay, surf the net 意思是随意的浏览网路，就像 window shopping 一样，就是说你东看看西看看，消磨时间而已哈。那另外刚才 Pat 老师提到的 link， 它指的中文就是叫连结，就是我们可以放在网页上，你点下去，它会带你到另外一个网页的那个东西叫 link, L-I-N-K, link.So next, the article says, however, when you click on it, you are asked to prove you're not a robot.
Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Notice there we've used the verb click, which in the modern age has come to mean use your mouse button to basically press that link and go to or activate that link. Whereas before the internet and that sort of thing, click would have just been a sound word.
Right.
And that's how it's kind of become the same thing, because it makes the click sound when you use the mouse.
Yes.
But in the computer age, it's become like activate that link, do that thing. Okay, so this is all about proving you're not a robot. Okay, and the article goes on to say, you're shown an unfamiliar word that has a line through it and is written in slanted letters. So there's some kind of line through it, so it's harder to read, and the letters are slanted. If something is slanted, it's not in a straight, vertical, up-down line. It's more like the letter is leaning to one side, like a tree in a typhoon.
形容词 slanted 意思是倾斜的、歪斜的。那它从动词 slant, S-L-A-N-T, slant, 使倾斜这个字来的。Then the article says, most people who regularly use computers have experienced this.
Yep, I've even had it at work, just checking at work.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Well, there we saw the word regularly. Okay, this is spelled R-E-G-U-L-A-R-L-Y. Regularly. It's an adverb with the L-Y, and it's used to describe something that happens often or frequently. We can also use it to describe something that happens at the same time or times every week. For example, you could say, I exercise regularly. That could mean often, or it could mean you exercise at the same times, like jogging on Monday and Thursday nights.
副词 regularly 意思是规律的，它从形容词 regular 来的，去掉 ly 字尾就是了。那 regular 这个字呢，虽然中文意思是规律的，但它也可以表示频率很高的意思。像刚才 Pat 老师说的例句 I exercise regularly 意思可以是我每周有一天或是固定几天去运动，也可以是我很常运动的意思。So when you see this thing on your computer, you have to write the letters that you see, right?
Right. Sometimes I've seen one where you have to click on different pictures to prove you're not a
right,
robot.
Sometimes,
but
yes.
A lot of the time, especially when you're doing sometimes buying something, you see the letters. So our article asks us, where are the words that are used for this kind of security taken from, though? Now, here we use the word security, S-E-C-U-R-I-T-Y, security, which in this case means the things you do to keep someone or something safe. So a building's security might include cameras, locks, alarms, and so on. Computer security means passwords for email accounts and so on, or things like this Are You a Robot test.
名词 security 是安全的意思，它从 secure, S-U-C-U-R-E, secure 这个字来的。当动词有保护的意思，当它是形容词的时候有安全的意思。现在保安人员我们也都用 security 这个字来说他们。So where did this idea come from?
Well, our article does give us 3 choices for where do the words and so on come from. And is it A, advertisements or advertisements, you can say it both ways, B, books, or C, newspapers? So what do you think?
I guess it's from newspapers.
Okay, well, maybe. I mean, something with printed type, that kind of thing, in a different sort of way that things are written.
And in different fonts.
Exactly. Well, the article says, give yourself a pat on the back if you said B. So, it's books.
Well.
There you go. And in that sentence, we also saw the phrase, a pat on the back. And this has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me, pat on your back. It would hurt and I'd be too heavy. But what I can do is introduce our shortcut for you section so you can find out what the phrase, a pat on the back means and how to use it.
Shortcut for you.
You did it! You solved the case.
Well, it was a team effort.
Nonsense! You did most of the work. You should give yourself a pat on the back.
Why would I carry Pat on my back? He's a grown man.
No one should be on your back. To give someone a pat on the back means to tell them they did a good job.
I see. To give someone a pat on the back means 赞扬,表扬.
You got it. So, what case are you working on now?
Well, I was going to look at the bank robbery, but you already solved that case.
Right. I saved you a lot of time and trouble. How will you ever repay me?
Probably just with a pat on the back.
So as we see, a pat on the back just means a kind of small congratulations, like someone is saying to you, well done, good job, and then touching your back.
Right, so give me a pat on my back.
Okay.
Thank you. So now there are 2 pats on my back.
What?
Okay, let's just get back to the article. And we know that the words used to test whether a computer user is a robot or not come from books. Here's some more information. The article says, Internet security tests are given by reCAPTCHA, a system that protects websites from spam.
Okay, so let's kind of explain what this idea means. First, we need to look at the word system. S-Y-S-T-E-M, system. Now, when we're talking about computers, a system is a group of programs or bits of hardware on computers that are used for a single purpose or application. So we could talk about a computer's security system for keeping things safe, a memory system for keeping all the files, and so on. In a more general sense, we could also use the word system to mean any group or set of things working together as parts of a mechanism or some kind of connecting network, one big whole group.
Okay, system 的意思是系统。So the system protects websites from spam.
Now, that's right. Now, spam is a cool word. Spam, in computer terms, is any email or internet message that you don't want, especially ones you just get sent again and again. The name actually comes from a kind of canned meat, a type of sort of meat in a can, basically, that was given out during the war in the UK, in the Second World War.
Okay.
And the reason how this meat became this kind of email is these British comedians, famous comedians called Monty Python. Look them up. They're very good. They made a very funny scene about how spam is everywhere, but it's not nice. That was the big joke of the scene. And from that, people started calling these kinds of messages, which are everywhere and not nice, spam. So it's from this canned meat, a British comedy sketch, and now it means kind of junk email. That's the other name we can use, junk email.
Right, junk email. So spam, 它的意思是垃圾邮件，那也可以叫 junk email, junk, J-U-N-K, 垃圾的意思哈。根据牛津字典或是牛津字典他们拍的线上的那个影片，它有说 spam 原本是一种罐装调味火腿的品牌的名称，名字可能是由 spiced ham合并来的。然后英国有喜剧演员拿 spam 开玩笑说 spam 不是新鲜的好肉品，但到处都是 spam is everywhere， 所以现在人们就用 spam 这个字指垃圾邮件，没有人想要，但到处都是。
Okay, well, back to the article and this security system. Such tests, that's the reCAPTCHA tests, are easy for humans to solve, but too hard for bots to pass. So the verb solve, S-O-L-V-E, solve, means to figure out the answer to a problem, a question, or a puzzle. You could also solve a mystery or solve some kind of police or detective case, but no matter what it is, you solve it by finding the right answer.
Solve 是解决的意思，解决问题可以说 solve a problem. So a human can solve the problem, but a bot can't. What's a bot?
Well, a bot is just a short way of saying robot, so bot, robot. But, again, in computer terms, we can use it to mean an actual computer program that does tasks or jobs by itself without someone needing to tell it what to do. Now, some bots are useful, but others, like the ones that send you spam emails, are bad. So what we're saying is, it's not a human sitting somewhere sending you bad emails. they use a program, a bot, to do that for them.
Right. Bot 就是 robot 的简称。在网络世界 robot 指的是可以自己运行的电脑程式，它不是指那个机械组装起来的机器人。那另外 to 的句型是太怎么样以至于不能怎么样。课文用到的是对某人来说太点点点以至于不能点点点的句子。Too hard for bots to pass表示说这个测验对机器人来说太困难以至于他们无法通过。
Next, the article says, that's because reCAPTCHA uses words from old books that are not clear enough to be read by computer programs. There we go. That's why robots can't get by the security system. So next, we learn that, what's more, the system, reCAPTCHA, is used to help preserve books online. To preserve something means to keep it alive or in good condition so that it can be used in the future. So here it's keeping old books around so they don't get lost or damaged by the effects of time.
动词 preserve 是保存的意思，它的名词是preservation, P-R-E-S-E-R-V-A-T-I-O-N, preservation. 那不要跟保留 reserve 搞混了哈 reserve 是 R-E-S-E-R-V-E, reserve. 我们上餐厅定位的时候是 make a reservation, 是 reserve 的名词变 reservation, 但是跟这边句子里面的 preserve 是不一样的动词哦。The article goes on to say, the tests are used to confirm printed text that only humans can make out.
To confirm, C-O-N-F-I-R-M, confirm means to establish something is true or correct, or to say that something is true. So the tests we're talking about here are the ones used to make sure that a book with printed text has been put online properly. So again, humans can read this text and do the test and confirm that everything went okay, but robots can't.
动词 confirm 是确认的意思，名词是 confirmation。要注意发音哦，很多人会习惯说我想跟你 confirm 一下，但 IR 要卷舌，应该是 confirm. Okay? And it says robots can't make out the text.
Yeah, to make something out means to be able to see something and recognize it and understand what it is. We often use this for reading letters and numbers that are far away or not easy to read because they're small or blurry or something like that. Like, I can't make out that license plate on the car, it's too far away.
Does it mean that I can't figure out what it means?
Not really. It means you actually can't really see it and can't see it properly.
Okay. Make something out 是勉强的搞懂它在写什么，常常用在当你要阅读的字母和数字很模糊或是很远看不清楚的情况。The article explains a bit more about this test in the final sentence, which is, the millions of human responses to these security tests help make sure books are accurately digitized word by word.
That's pretty cool. So here we see the noun response, R-E-S-P-O-N-S-E, response, which is the reply or reaction to something. So a human response to a test would be what humans say when they're given the test. We could also talk about a response to a question or a person's response to hearing good or bad news. Here, we mean what words the humans are entering into these reCAPTCHA boxes when they're checking the book text is okay or confirming that they're not robots.
名词 response 是回应、回复的意思，动词是 respond, R-E-S-P-O-N-D, respond. And this is to make sure that words have been digitized correctly.
That's right. So to digitize, D-I-G-I-T-I-Z-E, digitize, means to take information that's on paper, in a book, or written down, and turn it into a computer file. We can also talk about digitizing music or photos, or whatever it is, it's making it into a digital file on a computer.
动词 digitize 是数位化，把真实世界的东西转化成电脑里面的档案。Digitize 从名词 digit 数位位数来的 digit 是 D-I-G-I-T digit， 那它的字尾再加上 A-L 就变成 digital 数位的。That's the end of the first part of the article. So now it's time for today's For You Chat question.
For You Chat.
So today's question is, what are some reasons for preserving books? And please discuss.
Okay, let's discuss. There are a lot of reasons to preserve books. For most of the time, we preserve a book because we want to keep the knowledge in it, so we can pass the knowledge on to our children.
Yeah, or we might want to get all these old books with the beautiful illustrations, you know, the great pictures, and we want to kind of keep those alive too, or find rare books that are hard to get. And now, even though there are a lot of e-books, digital books, some people just like the smell and feel of a real book. So that's why they want to preserve the actual books themselves. But it's important, as you said, that we don't use that information for teaching people, for learning lessons, important facts, or just good stories that shouldn't be forgotten.
Right.
Okay, well, that's all we've got time for today, but we will be back tomorrow for our second fun fact. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Fun facts. You are surfing the net and see an interesting link. However, when you click on it, you are asked to prove you're not a robot. You're shown an unfamiliar word that has a line through it and is written in slanted letters. Most people who regularly use computers have experienced this. Where are the words that are used for this kind of security taken from, though? A. Advertisements. B. Books. C. Newspapers. Give yourself a pat on the back if you said B. Internet security tests are given by reCAPTCHA, a system that protects websites from spam. Such tests are easy for humans to solve, but too hard for bots to pass. That's because reCAPTCHA uses words from old books that are not clear enough to be read by computer programs. What's more, the system is used to help preserve books online. The tests are used to confirm printed text that only humans can make out. The millions of human responses to these security tests help make sure books are accurately digitized, word by word.
Vocabulary Review. Regularly. The dentist told the young children that they need to brush their teeth regularly, twice a day at least. Security. These guards are here for added security during this important political meeting. System. Many people think that the subway system in Taipei is better than the one in Kaohsiung. Solve. The teacher told her students that whoever solved the difficult math problem would get extra credit. Confirm. Amy was asked to confirm her address before the bank mailed her some new checks. Response. Fred wants to move out, but he's not sure what his parents' response to that will be.